In a small village, there lived a miserable boy who lived alone. He was a beggar. One day, while he was begging, he was so sad that he imagined the happiness he had always dreamed of. On the same day, he met an old man, and mysteriously, the old man knew what Johnny had been dreaming about. Without further ado, the old man told Johnny to visit a place if he wanted his dream to come true. Johnny, who was tired of his life, was immediately excited and rushed to the place directed by the old man. After a long walk and leaving the village, Johnny came across a large place that looked very scary. He forced his way inside and found a large library. Inside the library, Johnny found a strange book. While Johnny opened the book, a strange thing happened, and the book released smoke. When Johnny looked into the smoke, a scary creature appeared. Johnny was terrified, but suddenly, the figure approached him. Johnny ventured closer. Then he said, "Can you grant my wish?" Then the scary figure replied, "Sure, but I have conditions for that." Johnny quickly replied, "What are the conditions? I will fulfill them. Give me a chicken and slaughter it in the middle of the forest," said the scary figure. Without thinking, Johnny rushed off to find a chicken to sacrifice. After getting the chicken, Johnny slaughtered the chicken as a sacrifice.
10 years after the incident, Johnny's life changed drastically. Now Johnny grew up with a lot of wealth and happiness. One day when he visited a cafe, he met a beautiful woman. Johnny fell in love with her and decided to marry her. After marriage, he had 2 children, a boy and a girl. However, Johnny's happiness did not last long. A few years later, Johnny's wife had an affair. Johnny was angry at his wife and had a big fight. After the incident, Johnny brooded alone at his desk until he came up with an idea. He rushed to the place where he had gone 10 years ago to change his life. This time, he wanted it again. Arriving at the library, he opened the magic book. Out came the figure he had once met. "I have a request," said Johnny. "You have to sacrifice something," said the monster. "I am here to sacrifice something. My wife is having an affair. Make her affair a sacrifice. In exchange, make my wife only crazy about me." Johnny pleaded. The figure paused for a moment, then replied, "Okay, tomorrow night is the day."
Suddenly, the phone rang and Johnny picked it up. His wife was reported to have an accident and died. This made Johnny silent and downcast. At his wife's funeral, Johnny was very sorry. Why should the wife he loved be the victim of his greed? Everything did not stop there. His 2 children continued to be bothered by the creepy monster. Johnny, who knew this, was confused why the monster was still bothering him even though he had paid a sacrifice. In the middle of his musings, the terrible monster suddenly appeared in front of him and said, "Do you feel angry about all of this? This is a curse that you made and will stop if your descendants run out."